As you guys may know, I've had this setup for a long time now, and I've spent a lot of money on it throughout the years. I've experimented with different things like different colors, different peripherals, and really anything you can think of. So in this video, I'm going to go over everything that went into this process and pretty much what my setup looked like throughout the entire year of me having it. So we're going to take it all the way back to February 4th, where I got my very first PC setup.
So this is a setup that I built with my new PC. I put on some peripherals like the Model O, the Corsair K68, and then also the fine K678 microphone. At this time, I didn't really have much going on with my setup. It was kind of bland, and obviously I just threw some colors on it. To where I am right now, the setup really does not match at all, but it was definitely a really chill first setup. Throughout my entire setup upgrade, I really do keep the fundamental aspects of it, like the space and also just kind of how the colors are. But this setup is nothing compared to my current one. Next up, you guys are going to see March 7, 2022, when I got a new mic. As you can see, that was the HyperX Quadcast. At this time, I kind of kept it the same and I didn't really do much. Overall, cable management was lacking, but it was still kind of chill. Now we're going to fast forward a few months to May 22nd when I actually spent time upgrading my setup. It's a short clip here, but you see I added a lot of more decorations and I kind of made everything just flow a lot nicer.
I've pretty much always kept like the same flow with my setup. Like as long as I've had this, it's always been in this corner, and I've also just kind of kept this cool vibe with purple going on. I do experiment a little bit, but I really don't change much, especially like where I'm sitting. But obviously the keyboard's still here, as you guys saw that in the very first clip. That's just one thing that stayed here the entire time.
As you guys can see here, I added a boom arm to my mic, I added the lamp and the Darth Vader in the back. I also got the new chair, and this was kind of my very first video that ever did pretty well. It's at 10k views right now, and that was kind of the growth of my channel. And keep in mind, this was with some money I spent, so yeah, this was like the first time I ever really truly upgraded my setup. Next, the first thing you guys are probably going to notice is the color switch. Around this time, I was experimenting with different colors like light blue and red, and I just kind of wanted to see what worked. Obviously, this clip does not show the setup, but as you guys can see here, I have the blue screen on the monitor, and I'm trying to make everything match, make everything look good. Because the majority of my setup is black, like the PC, the desk, and the mouse pad, I don't really think this color looked very well. They didn't really complement each other, and that's why I think I didn't really stick with this. The keyboard is clean and blue, but I just don't think it really matched the overall vibe, just because I didn't really like how the color looked. So yeah, I'm going to put a clip of the setup like right here, and then you guys are going to see what it looked like. I don't know, I think it was alright, but I definitely just like the purple more, and I don't think the blue matched my setup very well. So yeah, that was my light blue setup. Literally just 8 days later, I did not like the light blue, as you guys saw, and I was experimenting with a lot of different colors. I did not change any peripherals whatsoever in this, but I definitely do like the dark blue. I was looking at a bunch of different setups, and I was kind of wishing that I got like a white desk and white PC case, but I definitely think the blue was pretty chill. Since it was a darker color, it definitely matched with the PC case and the desk very well. That's why I definitely like this one. There was no hardware change at any point though. I still have all the same peripherals like the keyboard, the mouse, mic. Really the only things that changed were the decorations.
Just for a quick reference, you guys might be thinking that my setup kind of looks the same, and that's because around this time I was just trying to kind of experiment with different colors and see what I liked. I definitely did like the light blue color a little bit when I first had it. I kept it around for like a month, but I eventually did change it. I just wanted to let you guys know because in the voiceover I said I didn't like it, but that was kind of my setup for like a month or so, even after all the things you're about to see.
And right now it's literally the same time frame. I just wanted to show you guys what it looked like in red. I'm not even gonna lie, this is fire. I want this color again. Alright, anyways, now we have the yellow setup with this. I was obviously, like I said, this whole video is me experimenting with different colors, so I put yellow on. I do kind of like this one. It's just probably because yellow is my favorite color, but I definitely would not keep this. It's something to consider if you're a little bit off the charts, but you know, hey, not for everybody. For the final part of the July 16th setup, we have the green one. I messed with this one just because it really matched my setup. I can definitely see me keeping something like this, and it would definitely match pretty well. But for all four of those, remember this, the keyboard and mouse stayed the same. I just really changed the colors of it in the background. And I'm not going to show the clip, but I eventually did just stick with purple because I think it flowed really well and it just looked really nice with my decorations. But yeah, I want to show you guys all the colors I considered, and make sure to drop in the comments what your favorite one was. Now we are moving on to October 25th, which of course is Halloween time. This is where I started figuring out what setup themes were and how to actually make your setup look nice. I went out and bought some of those fake spider webs and put them all over the desk. I figured out how to change the colors and how to like keep them the same on startup. I also added a lot of room decoration too, which was a very new thing at this time. But yeah, through all of this, the Attack on Titan poster stayed. So this is going to be a short clip, but from here I pretty much just changed my background and kept the purple theme. I got a new GPU, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So right now we're getting closer and closer to my current setup. This is where I find the sick background of this Nissan GTR, and I also have this Alexa show that I'm putting in the corner. If you're thinking to yourself like, oh my god, this guy's setup hasn't changed at all, I was really just always scared to buy stuff like new keyboards, especially since my current one still worked, so I pretty much only bought what was necessary. So here is December, where I actually use this star projector and I get a real color theme. I finally found the perfect color for my setup. I get this deep dark purple and I get everything to match that. But like I said previously, I really never spent money on things like new keyboards and mice because if it still worked, there was no point to buy a new one. I was pretty frugal with my money at that point, so that's why I didn't really spend much on my setup. So I just tried to upgrade my setup without spending that much money.
And now, of course, we're going to get to my current gaming setup. This one in particular probably has about $2,000 of value going into it. And I spent over like almost 2 years trying to build it, but like really like 1 whole year just, you know, focusing on it. So yeah, I really fell in love with PCs back in like 2019. That was when I actually made my first build. You guys probably saw it in the thumbnail of the video. That was actually my first ever setup that I had, and that was the PC that I built. It was like I had like a family friend help me build it. So yeah, that pretty much sparked my love for PCs, and then my PC love, you know, sparked into YouTube content creation. So yeah, that's pretty much how my PC is, how it is. But you know, I have 2 different setups because I go to 2 different houses, so that's why it may look different. I have like 2 different setups, that's why. Yeah. So starting off with my PC, we obviously have, you know, what you guys see here. It has a 1660 Super. It has 16 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz RAM. The CPU in there is an Intel i5-10400F. I have like, I don't know, like a terabyte and a half of storage, and then I have like a Z4 90A Pro motherboard. I always forget the name, but moving on to my peripherals, you know, we've had the same thing for a while now. I just have some cool rubber keycaps and coil cable. This is a Model O, which I like because it's so light, and then I also have this RK65. We have my HyperX Quadcast mic, as you guys know, and then we have my monitor setup. This one right here is a 27-inch curved 144 hertz monitor, and this one is just a 22-inch 75 hertz Scepter monitor. I do want to get a double monitor stand so I can put both of these on and actually turn that one vertical, but we haven't done that yet. For just stuff on my desk, we have my little cool guy, we have mouse bungee, and then we also have that plant. The newest installment is obviously the LED clock right there, and we also just have this floating shelf. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my setup. This is my current setup, as you guys see right here. But yeah, like I said, it probably took me about a year to build this entire thing, and I think it's worth it. Yeah, I mean, my love for PCs really sparked with that very first build, and you know, here's where I'm at. So yeah, I'm gonna cue some final clips of my setup, and that should be it. Alright, you guys, so that was the progression of my setup going back all the way from like January 2022, kind of like late 2021, all the way to the current day, February 1st of 2023. I spent a lot of time and a lot of effort really making my setup nice and making it a place that I can enjoy. As always, you guys, make sure to join my Discord server if you want your setups rated, because I'm going to be doing some more of those recently. I've just been caught up with like sports and academics, you know, normal school stuff. I've been pretty busy. And of course, as usual, if you guys enjoyed the video, please let me know by dropping a like. And if you like the other content, drop a sub. I probably dropped a video like somewhere random. I bet it's a banger, so check it out. And yeah, y'all, peace out.